Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. This is Eisenherz and 2025 is about to end, so let's have a quick look at the top 10 best cEDH cards that were released this year. Make sure to take notes because these could be the perfect Christmas present for a friend or yourself. But first, this video is sponsored by Ultimate Guard, the best in premium gaming accessories, as well as Card Conduit, the easiest way to sell your Magic the Gathering cards. Use my code Eisenherz for 10% off. And of course, Dude Loot, your go-to place for Japanese foils and rare cEDH bling. Now without further ado, here is my personal top 10, and as always, cards are in alphabetical order. Number 1. Badger Mole Cup. This 2-mana 2/2 from the Universes Beyond Avatar set became an instant staple in almost every green deck. Not only does it make your mana dogs produce an additional green mana, but it also turns a land into a creature, allowing it to tap for 2 mana right away. This little badger mole has incredible synergies with cards like Gaia's Cradle or Enduring Vitality, so definitely make sure to add it to any green deck you play. Number 2. Kefka Court Mage, Ruler of Ruin. This 5-mana Grixis flip commander from the Universes Beyond Final Fantasy set has pulled a ton of weight in many tournaments and is definitely here to stay. Mostly played as a Grixis turbo deck, Kefka generates card advantage by drawing you cards and forcing your opponents to discard, which can become absolutely insane with flicker effects like Displacer Kitten. While the backside can be good, it is mostly the front side of Kefka that people want in play. Having your opponents discard cards is also really potent because it negates the power of draw engines and can be a pseudo silence effect because of how reliably you can get your opponents hellbent. Number 3. Luisug's Sacrifice. This 1-mana instant from the Universes Beyond Final Fantasy set is a very strong inclusion for the interaction package of decks with very cheap commanders like Rograk, Yoshimaru or Yuriko. Sacrificing those commanders to stop an opponent's win attempt or protect your own is a very reasonable price to pay because you can interact with instants, sorceries, enchantments, artifacts and most importantly, activated and triggered abilities. So you get a pretty cheap, wide and hard counterspell, and because your commander is so cheap, you can easily recast it in a later turn, if even necessary. Number 4. Mistrise Village. This land from Tarkir Dragonstorm is seeing play in almost every Simic or Izzet based deck because those decks can make it enter untapped basically every single time. While it may not fix mana, it can make the next spell you cast uncounterable, which can basically negate almost all kind of stack interaction, except for maybe Mindbreak Trap or Deflecting Spot. Having this kind of ability on a land is incredible because it basically does not take a main slot for spells, and 2 to 3 color decks can definitely afford to play some utility lands that do not fix mana. Number 5. Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin. This Grixis commander from Universes Beyond Spider-Man is both unique and powerful. You can cast this double-faced commander for either 2 mana as Norman Osborn and flip it later on, or you can just cast it for 4 mana as its backside, the Green Goblin. While the front is a decent value engine that turns on some key pieces like Deflecting Swat and Mox Amber, the backside is absolutely busted because it turns any kind of wheel or loot effect into an absurdly strong draw effect, gives you access to whatever you discard at a reduced cost, and thereby opens up a ton of new combo lines for Underworld Breach. Another new Grixis commander that is here to stay. Number 6. Tezzeret Cruel Captain. This 3-mana Planeswalker from Edge of Eternities is a surprisingly powerful engine to have. Although I'm personally not huge on using Planeswalkers as value engines, I made a video on that topic a few weeks ago, Tezzeret's low casting cost, the ability to get its loyalty counters extremely high very fast, and the fact that it can both untap artifacts and tutor artifacts has proven to be really good. The most notable untapped targets are of course Mana Rocks and the One Ring, and tutoring targets include Mana Rocks, Esper Sentinel, as well as silver bullets such as Grafdigger's Cage and Vexing Bauble. Definitely a really strong inclusion for most artifact-centric decks. Number 7. The Cabbage Merchant. This 3-mana 2/2 human from the Universes Beyond Avatar set is probably the strongest value engine ever printed for green in cEDH. Every time an opponent casts a non-creature spell, you get a food token, and by tapping 2 food tokens, you get 1 mana of any color. This means that for every 2 non-creature spells your opponents cast, you get 1 mana back, which is arguably stronger than Smothering Tithe. I've seen this merchant make over 25 tokens over the course of a game, and the synergy with Seedborn Muse is unreal because you don't have to sacrifice your tokens to use them for mana. Absolutely busted. Number 8. Vivi Ornithir. This 3-mana 0/3 from the Universes Beyond Final Fantasy set is so strong that it had to be banned in Standard, and is still a top contender for the spot of best Izzet commander ever. Not only does Vivi grow with every non-creature spell you cast, but it also pings your opponents, and once on each of your turns you can activate Vivi to generate Izzet mana equal to Vivi's power, which makes it one of the most busted mana batteries in MTG. Number 9. Voice of Victory. This 2-mana 1/3 human from Takia Dragonstorm became an instant staple in almost any white-based deck. Not only does it produce 2 attacking 1/1 warrior tokens every time it attacks, which synergizes incredibly well with Tymna, Najeela, Gaia's Cradle and many more cards, but it also just so happens to be a silence/Grand Abolisher effect for your turns, which makes it incredibly powerful. Top that with the fact that it only requires a single pip as opposed to cards like Grand Abolisher and Ranger Captain of Eos, and you have yourself an absolute banger. Number 10. Wan Shi Tong Librarian. This X plus 2-mana 1/1 bird from the Universes Beyond Avatar set is another card that basically became an instant staple in any blue-based deck. Everything about this card is just crazy. It has Flash, Flying and Vigilance, making it an ideal blocker as well as an attacker to pressure opponents' life totals. On top of that, it is a very potent draw engine, gets bigger every time it triggers, making it resilient against Orcish Bowmasters, and it also happens to be an infinite mana outlet. Talk about absolute power creep. For me personally, this is the best card of the year. But you know me, I'm the mono blue guy. And that's my top 10. What I find most interesting here is that 7 of the 10 cards on this list are from Universes Beyond sets. I don't really know how to feel about this, but that's a topic for another video. For now, I'm just happy that cEDH got so many great new toys to play with, but of course, I might have missed some of them, so please let me know what you think should be included in the top 10 for 2025. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, comment and subscribe. This is Eisenherz and auf Wiedersehen.